welcome back to She Could Talk the podcast. I am your host, Colleen, aka Gangali MC on the gram. If you want to see what we're doing with the music, or just Gangali. If you want to find any of the music that we have out and about, Doe Records is the label. But real quick, I wanted to talk about a story that I came across a couple of days ago on the internet, and it's something is I've I'm gonna say this in the last couple of years here, and I know there's a lot of us that are like podcasters, etc., content creators, just voicing our opinions. So, but I will say this: the last couple of years, when different stories come out, not all stories, but certain ones, it makes my spidey senses tingle a little bit, if that makes any sense, you know? So it's like, what's really happening, you know? What's really going on? This is one of those stories. So, a couple of days ago, I seen it on like everywhere. It was trending. It was going viral. How a 27-year-old man from Arizona unalived himself because he was caught exposing himself at a coffee shop. Right. So they pulled up, filmed him. He pulled off, and then next thing you know, he went home and unalived himself. Hopefully, this doesn't show much of any type of craziness. I think it's just going to show him, and then he drives off.
Here before.
Yeah.
Sir, you...
Hi, my name's Nautica Malone. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it's a bit of a funny story.
So I'm not going to play all of that. Wait. I'm going to find another one. Because the exposure of him, well, so you see it everywhere, right? The dude's name was Nautica Malone. Well, you know what? We'll watch it.
Hi, how are you?
We'll watch
Good.
it.
Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you...
Hi, my name's Nautica Malone. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it's a bit of a funny story.
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you...
Hi, my name's Nautica Malone. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it's a bit of a funny story.
So this is the incident in question where he was in Arizona and he went to this coffee shop, which is called Bikini Beans, and he happened to be riding through with his, pants down, and they caught him and he drove off, and then they said he went home and unalived himself, right? So I'm not bringing, and my condolences to his family and condolences because he has a wife, children. His mother is really demanding justice for exposing him. There's a couple of questions there though. What were you doing, right? Like, what were you doing? But that's not the thing that I found interesting, I should say. In addition to that, right? What's going on at this coffee shop, Bikini Beans? Because looking for this story, I came across this story from 2 years ago. Same coffee shop.
Makes me sick.
Just knowing that the poor girls had to go through that and experience that is so horrible, and it must have been so traumatizing for them.
Goodyear police say 24-year-old Raul Mena was ordering a drink from Bikini Beans Coffee in Goodyear when he showed his genitalia to an employee as she took his drink order. Documents show Mena gave her a $20 bill, and when she reached for it, she saw his penis exposed out of his pants. Police say 2 other employees saw it too.
It makes me disgusted, by people who do that, stuff like that.
This is supposed to be their workplace, so it's supposed to be a safe place for them.
Police say Mena immediately left the parking lot after getting his drink. Thanks to the coffee shop's surveillance footage, officers were able to track him down and arrest him.
I feel bad for them, and I feel that people who act out like that, the predators, should be dealt with harshly.
Mena has a very disturbing record. He was convicted of sexual conduct with a minor and has been arrested for child molestation.
We won't go too far deep on that. But isn't that interesting? That's like literally the same coffee shop in Arizona. What is going on there? What's going on there? So I understand it's supposed to be bikinis, like it's kind of like Hooters and Starbucks had a baby type of thing. Based on what I found on, online. I don't live in Arizona, so Arizonians, correct me if I'm wrong. But what's going on there? And why are there men driving through showing their junk? What's happening? Then, did dude that just the first one, did he not see this story from 2 years ago when this dude got caught for the same exact thing? And what's up with that trend? I've never heard this before. I've never worked at a Hooters. I've never worked in a coffee shop, so I don't know how that it works. But I thought that was pretty interesting. So I don't know. I just, I saw that story and I wanted to talk about it and say, like, yo, the sexual deviance that's just coming out in the world, right? Or the deviance of the S nature in the world is on overdrive. But that's not even it. In the midst of me trying to, I forgot completely what I was going to say about the other gentleman that just unalived himself the other day because of this same coffee shop. I didn't even get to all the commentary that I was going to say about that is thrown out the window because what is this? 2 years ago at the same coffee shop? That's interesting. That's all I'll say about that. But be careful out there, men and women. And you know what I'm saying? Just don't even support. Like, it's crazy in the world that we're living in today. Is like, I'm not saying that these women should be abused or sexually treated away because they choose to wear bikini to work. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, what do you think you're gonna attract with that type of concept? And then, how real is this? I don't know. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting though. And I thought it was really super interesting that this guy got caught doing the same exact thing 2 years later from this guy at the same coffee shop. Very interesting. But that's it. I mean, you guys comment down below. You tell me what you think about that. Am I just reading into things too far? Am I putting 1 and 3 together and making 4, like, or 1 and 3 together and making 5? Like, tell me if I'm wrong, or am I just reaching? But I thought that was very interesting. 2 years apart, 2 different guys caught up on videotape by this company for doing the same thing, driving through their parking lot, doing the same thing. Now, not saying that they don't deserve to, justify themselves and film and protect themselves. They need to, because these are, this is a vulnerable job, clearly, in your bikini at work. However, I don't know. I feel like one's enough, right? Like, if one guy did it, wouldn't you see that on the news and be like, I'm not going to do that? I don't know. But God bless him. He did unalive himself. So my prayers and condolences out to his family. Either way we look at it, it was a sad situation from beginning to end. And to not really know or to get any type of understanding. I know, like, he was married. His wife, his parents, like, no one can get any understanding or any closure as to, like, why he did this, So my condolences to his family. But at the same time, I think that's very interesting. I don't know. This one just got my spidey senses tingling a little bit there. But and be careful out there because there's a lot of pervs out there. You see it. Until next time, y'all, love yourself. Be kind to each other. Stay safe. And from my lips to your ears, I love you. And you know my motto. If you like anything I do, tell a friend. If you don't like anything I do, tell a friend. It don't hurt either way. Till next time, y'all. Peace. Talk about